Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Gonna read through the full article here. It is tragic. It is also pretty gruesome. There's a link in the description if you'd rather go through the details in your own good time. In essence, it's in regards to the lady that you see in the thumbnail. Very attractive lady, 26 years of age, a mother of one. Her name is Carol Maltesi, if I pronounce that correctly. Carol Maltesi. She has an alter image. Is that the right term? She's an OnlyFans adult porn star. She has on her stage name Charlotte Angie, and she has been murdered and also dismembered. Pardon me, chopped up essentially. Sorry for being blunt. She was found in Brescia, an Italian city. So we're going to read through the details. A porn star's dismembered body has been discovered by police in Brescia after being put in several bin bags and dumped by the side of the road. Mother of one, Carol Maltesi, 26 years of age, who worked under the stage name Charlotte Angie, had starred in a number of erotic movies and had an OnlyFans adult site. She was last seen alive in January, close to her home in Rescoldina near Milan, Italy, and today her neighbour, a food blogger named David Fontana, 43 years of age, was being questioned about her murder. So we will carry on reading through, but just to keep it short for those that don't want to listen to everything, the food blogger, the neighbour, they were in a relationship together. They were boyfriend, girlfriend or such. It seems quite clear that he's guilty, I believe. Again, we'll read through just to refresh my memory. Police found her dismembered body in several bin bags 10 days ago at Borno, near Brescia, Italy. It is believed the remains had been kept in a freezer before being dumped by the road as they had started to thaw in the warm spring sunshine. Detectives were able to identify Carol from 6 of the 12 distinctive tattoos that she had on her body after releasing details earlier this week, and a member of the public called in after recognizing them from her adult work. So if I understand correctly, the police made public some images of the dismembered body that they found, the tattoos, and given her work as an adult porn star, OnlyFans star, whatever the term is, one of her fans or such was able to recognize the tattoos that she had and were able to point the police in the right direction. Among the tattoo designs was a speckled leopard print on her upper right thigh, the words "step by step" on her right leg, "wanderlust" on her right shoulder, and other tattoos, various tattoos. So she had 12 distinctive tattoos. And he had then walked into a local police station offering information, but he was so unconvincing in the information he was providing to the police that the police became suspicious. Carol, who had a 6-year-old daughter, had turned to adult work during lockdown to make ends meet and was said to earn up to £10,000 a month. She had started a relationship with this guy, the neighbour, the food blogger, David Fontana. She had started a relationship with him earlier this year, but the two are said to have split up. The neighbour, David Fontana, told police that he had killed her after a row and had burnt her face to hide her identity before dismembering her body and hiding it in bin bags in his freezer. So I think that would be considered a full and absolute confession that the neighbour, the food blogger, the boyfriend of sorts, murdered her and then dismembered her, stored her in a freezer, and then dumped her body parts sometime after. After killing her, David Fontana had continued to use her phone and sent messages to his victim's mother, saying that she had left porn, but she was too busy to explain why. He even responded to some fans who recognized the tattoos, and he sent these fans using Carol's phone saying, yes, the tattoos look like mine, but I'm okay. So, you know, people are texting Carol concerned that she is the one that died. The police released images of the tattoos of that were found on a dismembered female body. Fans contacted Carol and said, oh my God, I hope this isn't you. And this scumbag used Carol's phone to reply back to them. No, everything's fine. And this scumbag also replied to the mother. You know, he pretended to be Carol and he replied to the mother. David Fontana told cops he had killed her with a hammer after having sex with her, but they had rowed. Earlier this year, she had posted a video online where she spoke about violence on women, saying that it's not just a question of physical violence, but psychological violence as well. So, I mean, that could be a bit of a telltale sign that at the time she felt that this guy was what he is, that he's an absolute, pardon my French, fucking psychopathic scumbag. Murderous C-word. The suspect confessed after being confronted with evidence which dismantled his claims. He had been using her phone and even paying her rent to make it look as if she was still alive, but in reality, he had killed her and dismembered her body. David Fontana was today in police custody, being held on allegations of aggravated voluntary homicide, as well as destruction and hiding of a body. So there is the full article. It's an absolute tragedy. A young woman, a mother of one, a 6-year-old daughter, killed, murdered, just at the hands of, I'm going to say, you know, a so-called boyfriend, a so-called lover or love interest, sexual partner, whatever the correct term would be, whatever the actual nature of their relationship. Murdered with a hammer because of an argument and then chopped up. It seems that she knew or suspected that this guy was violent, was a psychopath, you know, was inflicting psychological harm to her. That's speculation on my part, but that would make sense given she made a post in regards to psychological violence while she was dating this man or such. I'm going to say something which perhaps is offensive, perhaps is controversial. Maybe you agree entirely with what I'm about to say, maybe you don't. But I've got to say, I don't have to say, but I'm going to say, ladies, I say this with all due respect, you have to do better. Ladies, you have to do better. Don't form intimate relationships with scumbags. Just don't do it. Seemingly, I'm not pretending to be an expert on relationships here, but seemingly women are attracted to the bad guys, the bad boys, whatever. Yeah, they're bad in this regard or that regard. Apparently that's attractive to women. Well, ladies, learn to resist that attraction. You might find nice guys to be boring. Maybe they don't turn you on as much or whatever it is. But maybe you just have to settle for those people that are going to show you some respect and kindness. And there's no maybe about it. You absolutely should avoid, ladies, these psychopaths. It seems to me, again, speculating, that Carol had an instinct, or maybe he made it blatantly obvious, that he did have mental issues, that he was violent, either physically or psychologically, towards her, towards women, towards others. And so, ladies, if you see that, if you have strong suspicions of that, do not enter into or maintain an intimate relationship with these psychopaths. Just don't do it. You know? In this case, it led to her death. In other cases, and I go through a lot of these articles daily, I'm making multiple videos every day about this type of true crime subject involving murder of various kinds in most cases. In a lot of the articles that I'm reading through, it's the partner, typically but not always the male partner, is killing the children. You know? And you've got these women, you've got these mothers, and I have to lay blame on them to some extent. You know, that's where my brain goes. I lay blame on the women to some extent. If they're entering into relationships or maintaining relationships with these guys that are showing to be themselves to be abusive to either the woman or their children, then the woman has to get out of there. You know, and I'll be even more of an arsehole right now. This lady was making, according to the article here, approximately $10,000 per month. She's living in a beautiful city, as far as I understand. I've never been to Italy, but it looks beautiful from this picture here. You know, she's got money. $10,000 a month, £10,000 a month, was it even? Either way, it's a lot of money. She would have had the means to be mobile, to up and leave, to move to a different city, to move to a different country with her daughter and continue to live a good life, to be able to continue to maintain her job, you know, being an OnlyFans, whatever the right term is, performer, I guess. I don't know. That's my nonsense message there, which you may find offensive. Ladies, do better. If you're in a relationship with some fucking weirdo, psychopathic scumbag, get out of there before harm is done to yourself or the children. I'll wrap things up here. If you do like this type of content, please give me a like, comment, subscribe. Again, I'm making multiple videos every day. If you can help me out by showing me a little bit of support, that would be great. And I'll thank you for your time.